Hi you guys, it's Kimberly. I am so frustrated because I recorded two separate process videos for some canisters that I altered, and both process videos got messed up, and I think it's because my SD card in my camera, there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. And I think it's because it was too full and the videos were so long that they just didn't transfer into my computer right. So I had to erase the entire disc. And I'm recording this video on the same disc in hopes that it was because the disc was just too full. I thought that as I uploaded it onto the videos up onto my computer that it was erasing the videos, but it wasn't real. I was like checking the button to erase them, you know, as I uploaded them, and it wasn't erasing all of them. So it was something with the program and my computer wasn't communicating, and then I was uploading or filming these incredibly long process videos, and it was just messing up the video. So both of these videos that I recorded, it messed them up, and neither one of them uploaded complete videos. So I tried to edit them to make them cohesive, and you know, so that you could understand what I was doing, and I spent hours trying to do that, and it just didn't come out well enough, and I didn't feel comfortable uploading them. So I'm just going to show you each of the canisters and, you know, let you know what I did. And if you would like me, I mean, I love doing this project. This is the third canister or tin that I have altered, and I thoroughly enjoy doing this, and I would love to do another one. So if you want me to do a process video for one of these, I will so do it. And I'll, you know, in the future, I'll probably do one anyways, but if you want me to do it sooner than later, I'll totally, you know, do one within the next couple of days. But if, you know, just looking at these canisters is good enough for you for now, then that's good too. So I'm going to show you the things that I made and kind of walk you through what I did, and I hope that you enjoy the video without having a process video. I need to go let Ruby in because she's barking, so I'll be right back. Okay, so first off, this isn't the one that I filmed the process video about. This is the first canister that I altered, and this I did a few months ago. This is actually the first one the first mixed media tin that I altered, and this was done a few months ago. And I'm going to glue this baker's twine back down here really quick because it's coming up. The girls like to open this up because this has some buttons in it. So I'm just going to put some glue on here while I'm talking to you. So I was inspired to make this particular canister by an artist by the name of Sarah, and her YouTube channel is called My Serenity Crafts, and I will link her channel down below. She experiences with all kinds of different mediums, anywhere from polymer clay tiles. She just does all kinds of different things, and she had made she does jelly plate. She does a lot of different things with paints too, but she had made it's coming up here too. She had made some gorgeous little cutout appliques with her jelly paper. Well, this is before I even started to do jelly prints or mono printing. So what I did is I just designed my own little, and I guess these, they started out as birds, but since I gave them these little plumes on top of their head, they kind of look like chickens. So they started their life out as birds, but you can call them chickens if you want to call them chickens. But I just, I just formed these and cut these little appliques out and designed my own little chickens. And what this is a popcorn tin that Scott's mom had given the girls for Christmas one year. And after all the popcorn was gone, I kept it because I knew at some point I wanted to alter it into something. And then when I saw Sarah's video, it's like, yep, that's what I want to do with it. So it's just one of those cheap popcorn tins that you can get. And I've put a bunch of buttons in here. Most of these are just a bunch of vintage buttons. And, just all different kinds of buttons. Aren't these cute? They're little thimble buttons. And so, anyways, I am a button nut. Look at these. They're little fish. I made this tin. I painted it. This is paper on top. The sides are all painted. So I put down a layer of paint. This is green down here, blue up here, and then I cut out all of these little flowers. These were flowers on the paper, and I just simply cut the flowers out of the paper. These were flowers on the paper. I just drew out these little birds, cut out their little plumes. I just did these paper applique birds, and I made this tin. I redecorated this tin, and it turned out really cute. I love it. I have it sitting on my shelves, and it has my buttons, some of my buttons. I have tons of buttons. And I just love it. So I saved that lemonade, that Country Time lemonade tin, which I told you guys I was going to alter, I don't know, a week and a half ago. And I finally did. And this was one of the videos that I taped. I'm not done with it. I'm actually going to finish it for you guys here today. But I didn't do this one first. This is the one that I did first. And this is just a Pringles can. We went to Colorado Springs to have lunch for my son's birthday, and it's a long drive, so I wanted to stop and get something to drink for me and the girls. Well, we all stopped at the convenience store to get gas, and I ran in to get us all something to drink. And I saw the Pringles cans, and we don't typically eat Pringles, but I saw the can, and I thought, I want to alter a Pringles can. So I bought a can to alter, and of course we had to eat the chips out of it, so we just ate it while we were driving up there because it's such a long drive. And I wanted to alter the Pringles can because my idea was I wanted to put my baker's twine, my jute twine, and just my regular cotton string that I use, not every day, but the ones that I use most often in here, so that I could just keep it on my desk and pull it out as I need it. So that was my idea for this tin. So what I did with this is I sanded down the outside of the canister because it has that kind of a glossy finish on it, and I wanted the paint to adhere. So first I just gave it a really, really super fast and light sand, and then I painted it with just some regular craft acrylic paint, and then I got out the small tiny bubble wraps, dipped it in some white acrylic paint, and just tapped it and gave it this little mottled kind of look to kind of simulate some clouds. I did use my jelly prints this time, so all of the papers except for this one here, this right here is scrapbook paper, but all the rest of it is my jelly print papers, like the tree trunks. That started its life out as a jelly print, and then I stamped it. It's got some stamping on it. This is some leftover jelly print that also has some additional stamping, and then this is just jelly print paper, this one and this one. So yeah, I just cut out my trunks to my trees, my tree tops. I just, you know, drew them out and then I cut them out. These are some little applique birdies, some little template birdies that I found online. I shrunk them down to the size that I wanted in my printer. I covered them with jelly paper, cut them out and put them on there. These are just some little store-bought flowers that I glued on to the bottom here. And this is a doily that we got at the restaurant when I took my son to eat. This came on his free Sunday. This is some of that washi tape that I got at Michael's the other day. And so what I did is I just simply took these really sharp tweezers. They have a really sharp end. And I just pinched them together like this. And I pierced the holes into the canister where I wanted them. And then I put my twine inside there and fed it through. And all of my twine is just in here, right? So when I want the string, I just simply pull the string out. So I think that it turned out really super cute. And then I outlined all of the appliques with a Sharpie marker, with a fine point Sharpie pen. So that's how that turned out. Very, very, very thrifty to make, right? The most expensive thing in this is the twine. Everything else is basically recycled in it. The paper was all handmade. The scrapbook paper was scrap. The doily was free, right? So kind of a trash to treasure kind of project. So then I decided that I wanted to do the Country Time lemonade in kind of the same style because they're going to be sitting together. So I really liked the jelly print paper that I had made with the stars. And I don't remember what I used. Oh, I think I did ATCs with this paper, and then these were just the scraps, but I really liked that paper. So I kind of wanted to do the same colors and kind of the same theme, but I didn't want to pull my jelly plate out to do that. So I just got another piece of copy paper, and I just kind of mimicked the colors. And I love this Pray stamp. So I just, you know, used some acrylic paint and one of my homemade flower stamps and made this paper. I made this bark paper with paint and stamps. And I used the paper from the leftover bark on that other canister to do my birds. This is another jelly print that I had already done that I cut these hearts out with. I did the same procedure on the base of the canister. These are hearts that I cut out on my Cricut. And yeah, I did the exact same procedure. Now on this one, I think what I'm going to put inside is my ribbon rolls. I think I'm going to stack them up in here, cut little slits in it so that I can pull my ribbon out. The little ribbons that I use most. I'm going to have a hard time cutting this one because I really like the way it turned out. So I don't think I'm going to do that yet. I think I'm going to think a bit more about doing that. But eventually, that's what I'm going to do with it. I have a migraine today, so I don't know that I'm going to get a whole lot of crafting done. I need to try to get rid of this headache. But what I did want to do is I wanted to make it appear that these hearts are like dangling from the sky, and I did want to add some flowers down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. So I think I want my strings to be dangling from white, because I don't want them to be dangling from a black string, but I think I want them to be dangling from a white string. So I think I'm just gonna go this direction with them. Now I might have to use black. You're not going to be able to see that. You don't necessarily have to use black. I can use silver too. I have this silver Sharpie. So let's see how that looks. The one thing about Sharpies is they don't like to write over the top of jelly print or jelly markers. So I stayed up way too late last night trying to get these videos up, and I was so disappointed. Especially because, I mean, this isn't a quick project. I mean, each one of these canisters took me you know, a good couple of hours to do, and then when you go to upload the video and half of the videos weren't there, and it was just frustrating, but that's okay. I can always make another one. I just didn't want these hearts to look like they were just there. I wanted them to look like they were connected somehow. And so, you know, a little string I think helps them look anchored. So I am going to grab my little flowers. So these are really fun to make, and it's really easy. You don't have to be really good at drawing. These are just really basic shapes. You know, the treetops are just like a cloud shape. And then the little branches coming off, those are just really basic shapes too. So you really don't have to have any type of artistic skill to draw these. And if you don't feel comfortable drawing at all, if you didn't want to draw these, you can type in tree templates. I say templates, some people say templates, into a Google search engine, and all kinds of free templates will pop up. And then you just simply print it out, put it over the top of your paper, and cut. So you don't even have to be able to draw these, you know, basic forms. You can always get something for free off of Google and go from there. And the nice thing about being able to print things off of Google is that you can save it to your computer. Just simply save it in a folder on your computer, and then you can print it to whatever size you need, like I did with these birds. These birds were really big, but then I just sized it to the size that I wanted, which that's what I do with a lot of my clip art or the pictures, you know, the little memes and stuff that I put in my flip books, or if I need something for an ATC card, I just print it to the size that I need, because everything comes bigger than you need it for an ATC or a flip book or a pocket letter. So you just shrink it down to the size that you need it to be, and then it'll fit. The things that I do are typically small. Like the things that I create, I like to create small things. I don't really do things on a big scale. So I usually always have to downsize stuff. And that's what's nice about having a computer and a printer. So you don't have to go out and buy, you know, all of the stickers and yeah, you know, I just have an inkjet printer, and the quality of the printer, my printer isn't a good printer, and it's 8 years old, and it's not the greatest, and it's an HP, and the ink is expensive for it. So what I do is I go to a website called inkfarm.com, and I don't buy the manufactured brand. I buy their brand, and they format it to fit into my printer, and it's about half the price of the manufacturer brand ink, and it works just as good. And they actually have a money-back guarantee. So if you don't have good results with their inks, then you just send it back and you get your money back. And I have a free shipping and 10% off code for every order at the Ink Farm. And if you guys want that code, let me know. And it, you know, it saves you money just on free shipping, and they ship quick. So if you run out of ink and you go to order, you'll have your order within 3 to 4 days, which is nice. Because that's where, I mean, you can go out and buy a printer for fairly inexpensive. That's not a problem. The problem is the ink that's so expensive. That's where they get you. It's the cost of the ink. I'm going to put these flowers down here. I love these fine liner tip things for the glue. And like I said, I had to add some water to my glue because it was a little bit thick to go through that. But that's okay, that will just stretch my glue. I mean, it's not jeopardizing the adhesiveness of my glue. My glue is still working just fine. So it'll stretch my glue out a little bit. There. All done. That's what it looks like. So what an easy way to alter something that you would have just normally thrown away. Or if you did use it for storage, you know, and you had this ugly piece of Country Time lemonade canister that you were storing things in, this is an easy way to decorate it and give it a new life. Make it look pretty, something that you're proud to display. And it's so simple to do, you guys. I would be proud to make you another video showing you the process. So if that's something that you'd like to see, just give my video a thumbs up. And if I, you know, get a good number of people thumbsing up the video, you don't even have to leave a comment. Just give my video a thumbs up. And if I get a good number of people liking the video, I'll know that that's an indication that you want me to do a process video. But I just think that they look so cute. I love it. There's its lid. There's the two of them together. They're not exactly the same. You know, they're different colors. My trees on this one are taller because my canister's taller. But they look like a set. And I like that. Now, if you were going to do something like this for your kitchen, You know, you could definitely make these as a canister set in your kitchen, and you could waterproof these by, Mod Podge does have a product now that is supposed to be waterproof. You know, Mod Podge, just the kind that we get, isn't water soluble. So it wouldn't be safe around water. I mean, it would give you some protection, but it wouldn't be 100% safe because it's not water soluble. But Mod Podge, the Plaid company owns Mod Podge, and they have come out with a water safe product. So I'm not sure if it's just specifically a bake. You would have to do some research, but I think that you could seal this with some other types of sprays. You would have to do some research, but you may be able to seal this to make it, you know, more safe to put. I mean, you could definitely put, you know, flour and sugar and stuff on the inside because it's obviously a food safe container because food came on the inside. But I'm talking about making the outside safe from getting wet. So that's something you would have to look into if you wanted to put this in a place where it has potential for getting damaged. I'm not worried about it getting damaged on my desk. And if it does, you know what? You just toss it away and make another one. But I think that they came out really super cute, and I am so looking forward to making some more. I'll have to get some more canisters. But I was thinking, you know what else you could use to do this is like the oatmeal containers. You could do this to cereal boxes if you want. I mean, really the possibilities are endless. You don't just have to stick with the items that I've come up with. You could do this with so many items. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And God bless. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.